Welcome to Tales from a Truck Stop. Can I tell you guys what happened? I had a delivery going to Massachusetts, right? Well, on my way to Massachusetts, all I heard was I was on the interstate. I basically had a breakdown. And I popped the hood and I noticed that the hose that connects the engine to like the front end of the truck popped off of the little metal seal that connects it or tightens it. So I was like, oh shit, it's an Allen wrench. Maybe I could fix it. So I took out the clamp and I tightened it, and it got me to the nearest TA that was like 30 miles away, but it was still like blowing out. My friend at the shop said it was the turbo hose, something like that. I said, okay, I'll get it to the shop. And I was like limping all the way over there with my hazards. All the guys are all pissed off, but I made it. And they told me I had to take it to a dealership. So I let boss know, and I was basically delayed on my delivery. The receiver he wasn't pissed, but I knew he was not happy. Because I had time to do a 34. That's how long they delayed the delivery. But that shit is not my fault. I didn't ask. This is Keanu Reeves. It was like he got an earache. I didn't ask for Keanu to get an earache. I don't like Keanu in the shop. And it's not his fault either. So, I get to the receiver. And I check in. And you know how they have that little paper where you sign? I'm sorry, I'm real tired. He goes, you don't need to sign in. I said, okay. I just got a feeling in my gut. Like, God, this guy is not happy to see me. So he had me write my phone number on the back of the paperwork. And he told me that he will call me. He was not going to call me. The reason why I know that is because somebody came in after me. And they got a dock before me. Because that guy at the window, the receiver, he told me, there's a few people ahead of you, so it's going to be a while. It's like, it's probably going to be overnight. So I already had the feeling. I get out and I go to the truck, and it's a tight warehouse. So I saw a yard dog, and I already know from my experience that you can't just park anywhere. Especially, like, out of respect for the yard dogs, I like to be out of the way. And I went up to the yard dog. I say, hey, listen, it's going to be a while for me to get a door. Is there a designated area where I could stand by? He goes, just park right here where I'm at. And if I need you to move, I'll let you know. I said, okay. While I'm watching, like, YouTube, and I hear and it's since like 2 or 3 hours later, because I showed up an hour early for my appointment time. He tells me, did they give you a door yet? I said, no. He goes, I said, they said they were going to call me, but they haven't. He goes, because they're clear. Nobody's at a door. And I said, it's because I was in the shop, and I already knew, because my delivery was delayed, that he was going to screw me. These are the types of moments. Well, if it wasn't for that yard dog, I would have never got a door, because he radioed it to the receiver, and he was like, this chick's just standing by. And he told me to go to door 28, so I did. It was the yard dog that got me unloaded. It was not the receiver. Had I not been nice to that yard dog, I would have been fucked. So I get the door and they unload me, and they give me the green light. So I get off and I go to the receiver. Well, they lock the door. And I push the button. When I push the green button, I opened the door and I was locked out. So I was gonna come back into my truck. I call for detention pay and all that. Well, I come back into the truck and he goes, "Hey!" Yells at me. And I just turned around and I went through the motions, because if I let this guy know that I wasn't even really upset, because I understand why he's doing this to me, because I was broke down. So he gives me my paperwork like, bitch, I just screwed you. But I don't mind. Just take it out on me so I can get the hell out of here. But if it was not for that yard dog, it's like God works in mysterious ways, because that yard dog could have been a piece of shit. There's a lot of people in this world who are like that. But thankfully, he was super nice. I mean, I don't meet too many nice guys. So when I do meet a nice guy, I'm like, that's a winner. But they're always married. But he was really hot. Anyway, I'm very thankful for that yard dog for helping me. When I got out and I went into my truck, he gave me a little wave, and I was like, man, dude, like, thank you for being nice to me. My point of all of this is, these are the types of moments that are a bummer for a driver. If you get out here and you plan on doing the best you can, there's gonna be moments where you're gonna do your best and life's still gonna hand you some lemons. And you know what? If I could be really honest, in the beginning of my OTR journey with CFI, I'll say their name, it was very nerve-wracking. I would get put in these dilemmas that would make me very stressed out. But after a few times and it happens all the time. I mean, you go through like small streets, all kinds of shit happens. All kinds of shit happens. So when it happens like the first 20 times, 25 times, you start to just be numb to it. Like, the dilemmas will come and it'll just roll off your shoulder. One time I was with CFI and somebody called me from the company, and we were like exchanging information from a load. I don't remember exactly, but I remember being occupied on the phone in Chicago. And I was lost, but not really. Like, I was at the wrong street. So when traffic's always like everywhere, right? So I take the street and I find myself about to go into a low bridge. There was a traffic light, and then I could see the low bridge. So I'm on the phone and real cool. I put the emergency lights on and waited for traffic to move, right? And I was taking like baby steps in reverse, because you can see, they say never to back up, but sometimes you have to, and this was one of those situations. So traffic's going and I'm backing up with my emergencies, right? And I'm taking my sweet ass time because I'm trying to talk to this lady, but I wasn't panicking. It was that day that I noticed, like, and it was that day that I noticed that I'm getting used to OTR. I'm getting used to all of this bullshit. Backed up, and all of a sudden, because I'm still trying to talk to this lady, right? I'm more focused on this lady than I am with the situation, because it was just like another day at the office. Well, before I knew it, I was blind backing into another area, another street. I was blind backing into another street so I could turn around. But at that point, the civilians or traffic had already called the cops. I was like, oh, really? I got this. The cop comes and they're helping me. And I finally got off the phone. And when the cops got there, I was like, yeah, I'll let you go. This shit's getting serious. But it really wasn't. I had it under control. But I think the people were panicking. So anyway, when I got out of there, I was like, damn. So nonchalant, I did all that. So that was pretty cool. After a while, you just get used to it. But it sucks. All jobs have their like pros and cons. Well, a con about being a driver is those damn breakdowns. I don't even think that's it. All it is just breakdowns, because we go through so much. Parking is another one. That sucks for drivers, but it's like not our fault. We get the shitty end of the stick when we do our best. So I just want to commend all of you drivers who actually give a shit about your job, do a good job, and then still maintain your composure in situations like that. I want to be exactly like you. The ones that nonchalantly, if that's a word, get through the bullshit. You are my heroes. I look up to you guys big time, because not everybody has what it takes to go through stuff like that. And if you are the type of person to let it roll off your shoulder and still do a good job and still go to bed, still wake up and do it all over again, you are my hero. You are my hero. Not everyone is like you. So I just want to take this time to tell you that you are badass. Thank you for being who I strive to be every single day. Thank you. Good night. I'm pooped. I'm tired. Time to go to bed.